Hello all, this is the fifth video for initial setup. We're going to be going over the storefront and curtain wall tabs, namely SF and CW, as well as the remainder, namely Fire and the CR Lawrence tabs. So first off, I had left off with the previous video introducing you to the named ranges from which these dependent drop-down lists pull. So this Conair pulls from, I'll show you in a second. So here's all of the Conair systems, right? So I'll just go to that one, UT, which is kind of crazy. If you do Oldcastle, it will then load the Oldcastle. This is what's known as a dependent drop-down list, known as DDLs in any verbiage you may come across. You then choose your finish. There's a lot of them in there. And your finish warranty. So the way those interact is the following. Over here, you have your manufacturers. So this right here is going to be X Manu. That's the name of it right here. And I name them, see all these are all the ranges. X Manu is actually just that one, but it's demonstrating, so that is to go back and check and make sure that if something's misaligned that you can readjust, and always let me know. This is what's known as, named ranges. VLOOKUP is something to familiarize yourself with, as well as dependent data validation lists. So if you want to go on YouTube and learn about that, there will be a little insight in there for you. So basically what you want to do, if you want to add a Conair, make sure that you add it within here. The extent of this range, XSFSYS, is rather long. So you have plenty of space to put stuff. So you just want to cut this out within it. You won't screw up the range. It is rather difficult to screw up the range, just be aware of it. So if you want to add a Conair, it should be in where the other Conairs are. If you want to add some Arcadia, it's best to copy this and paste it here. Because if you put Arcadia with a space or something with it, it will not work. It's got to be verbatim. So that is just adding what you have here. So you copy your manufacturer from here, paste it here, type in what you want to see in the DDL, as well as what is presented on Easy Proposal. The third is what you will see on the individual and final tabs. So let's go back here. We have OC FG300T backset, FG3000, sorry. So OC FG3000 backset. So if I were to change this to backset up, that's what it would show. Okay, so that's just returning the third, whatever is in the third row here. Okay. All right. And just to reiterate, this is literally what goes on the proposal. And you can see that also here. This just gives you an idea what it'll actually read. So that is setting up your DDLs for SF and curtain wall. And I forget if I mentioned this. This is, so SF1 and 2 is here, exterior storefront. Interior storefront is SF3. Curtain wall 1 and 2 is this one here for exterior. And curtain wall 3 is interior. Furthermore, you have your years here, and this is, you have to put an input for each year. So if, black anodized, I did this in a video, I screwed up, but I added this. Black anodized has the availability of 20, which it shouldn't, but if you wanted it to, you would copy 10, paste it there, and then change that to 20. So black anodized, so clear anodized has 2, 5, and 10. Black anodized now has 2, 5, 10, and 20. So I'm going to get rid of that after this video. But you don't want to make the mistake of saying 20 years on a black anodized finish. Moving on, so this is where you input your values from the likes of GDS or Glazer Studio. I will go over that in a different video. So this is, you're inputting this, and for this initial setup, you want to establish your man hours. So this is saying that 2 men, half an hour for each opening. You can double click it to see where it is tied to. If I make this 25, it'll change everything. If you don't want to charge for a measure, just zero it out. So basically what you're doing is, setting the bays, and you can simplify this as much as you like. If you want to make all of the, setting the bays the same man hours, you certainly can. Setting the DOs less than or greater than 2 men, half an hour. There's 100 of them for 100 man hours. This is telling you that you have a total of 57. You have a total of 57 bays. This is telling you that you have a total of 136 DLOs. This is saying that 32% of the install man hours is allotted to setting the DLOs. This is saying that 61% of the total man hours is allotted to install. 14 is allotted to caulk. When we come to caulk here, if you figure a certain amount per linear feet, change here. So if I were to change this to 10 feet per man hour, there's your price per linear feet. So just play with that, and basically it's a set it and forget it, up and down. Just to show you this while it's here, number of beads of caulk, if you do this 1, 931 is the perimeter, times 1 is 931. If you make this 2, it'll double that, and double the man hours and whatnot, and it'll also adjust what is shown on Easy Proposal. 2 beads of caulk, 2. With exterior, I use 2. With interior, I generally do 1. You can adjust that however you see fit for each project. Fabrication, talk to your fab guy and come up with a formula here. Number of cuts, and once again, just double click it, and it goes up to stock lengths. Steel joints, number of joints, steel, and all of them have open. Utility, I showed you in a previous video how to do that. Here is what curtain wall looks like. It's very much the same, except this has horizontals. Excuse me. This has horizontals, while storefront doesn't. Has tiebacks and splices, just other things that apply to it. And once again, open is there. If you want to have to caulk SSGs, open down here. The same idea of the labor applicator goes through also to fire rated storefront, to all glass 1. And it's just adjusted to the tasks that are required, and they apply different variations. Caulk verticals, number of pairs, runs, average linear feet per run. That will change these purples. Down here I have little notes. U-channel requires 2 men and rails require 3. Variable considered the average linear feet of run. So it's just applied in a slightly different way. So as you go and see what the preloaded figures come up with, you can adjust them as you see fit. We have base shoe laminated. Since the lights go rather high to meet OSHA, it goes up to 450. All these are compiled from here. All right. BST, we have ARS, and basically what I'm saying is go through and figure your install, figure your fabrication, and use that as a base point for you as the estimator to adjust on the fly as you see fit. Also, if you go by price per square foot, you can adjust it accordingly, and that is a good return to just check your work. I personally go by price per square foot for install as opposed to price per square foot for sell, which includes the material. I concentrate on price per square foot for install, and you'll just get these numbers and you'll become more accustomed to them, and you'll be able to see in a more scientific way how you are actually applying your labor. And that is it. Thank you very much.